We begin tonight with growing concerns about data centers in Siouxland, and Woodbury County supervisors on the cusp of approving a data center moratorium, while there's growing controversy between the county and the city of Salix about possible plans for a data center there. KTIV's Nathan Price has been speaking with city and county leaders about who knew what and when it comes to this process. He joins us live tonight from downtown Sioux City. Nathan?
Yeah, Taylor, I'm here outside the Woodbury County Courthouse, where tomorrow there's a vote on a ban of new data centers in the county's unincorporated areas. Now, that vote was prompted by the situation in Salix that has many county leaders concerned. In a message posted to social media over the weekend, Woodbury County Supervisor Matthew Ung questioned the transparency of the city of Salix during the process of annexing 900 acres that could become home to a data center. Ung said that the city of Salix didn't set a time for a consultation between the city and the county about the annexation of the land, which is in line with the most recent edition of the Iowa Code involving voluntary annexations. Salix Mayor Kevin Nelson says the part of the code Ung referenced doesn't apply in this case, as the next closest unincorporated area is more than 2 miles from Salix.
For Salix, Sergeant Bluff is more than 6 miles away, Sloan is more than 6 miles away, so we're considered a non-urban city. When it's 100% voluntary and non-urban, then there's a very specific pathway to annexation, and it doesn't involve a consultation.
Now, Nelson says there is documentation that the Assistant County Attorney Josh Widman received certified mail about the annexation in March, before the annexation was voted on and approved in April. Ung says the city hasn't been forthcoming, as Salix residents are reaching out to the board for answers they say they are not getting from the city council.
I would say that the best practice is to follow what our cities and what our smaller towns do already, which is to follow subsection 1 and to give that notification of a consult opportunity to the local governments and to the adjoining landowners. That did not happen. So when the mayor of Salix says they've gone above and beyond in transparency, if they went above and beyond, then they would have followed subsection 1, like the city of Sioux City does for voluntary annexations, and they didn't.
Now, Ung says he believes the moratorium on the agenda tomorrow will easily pass, as all 5 superintendents support the ban on data centers in the unincorporated areas of the county. Now, if passed, that moratorium will be in effect for 12 months. In Sioux City, Nathan Price, KTIV News 4.